So the next thing is, one last thing about location is that there's a lot of different guerrilla tactics that you can use, right? So you can reach out to the people who have the location, and you can go on film.org and find those different locations. You have to make a lot of phone calls to find out what the protocol is, find out what permits you'll need and things like that. And when you let's say you shoot in the forest, like Fairmount Park. Let's say you shoot in the forest, which is Fairmount Park in PA. You'll need to hire park rangers there. And I'm like, park rangers? And then they're like, oh, are you going to be using those guns? Okay, you'll need film insurance. I'm like, insurance?
Yep.
Insure what? I was like confused. I was like, why do I need all these things? It doesn't make sense. But there's a guerrilla tactic to get around that. So like for me, I felt like I hit a brick wall. And I couldn't, because the money that those people are like $150 a day. And they're not even in the darn movie, park rangers. They're not even, you got to pay them to be there. And film insurance, when I looked at it, it was like $1,500 or $5,000, and it was like the indie film package or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. So what I did is I went through my phone book. I called people around and I said, hey, do you know anybody with land? I'm not kidding. You call people, ask them if you have land. And I'm not even kidding. My dad came out of the woodwork and said, hey, one of my coworkers has about 8 acres of land in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I was like, that's gonna work. That's gonna work, And so that's where episodes 4 and 5 was. That was the Mount Cairo that you saw.
Gotcha.
And that was more than enough space. We had so much room to breathe and be separate. This is like the perfect Corona location because you can just be socially distant. It's outside.